I got the Equinox, the Deus 2, and the Simplex. Clad dime between a couple pieces of iron right there. All right. Try the Equinox on it first. How do these detectors respond to big iron, right? It overloads on it and it'll mask targets, right? If there's big iron, all machines will overload. You can't make that iron go away unless you get that iron out of the whole combination there, right? And I'll show you here, field 2. Actually, I'll go into park 2 here. I'm gonna lift my volume level up here a little bit. And my iron bias is at 0 in all these, right, programs here. Zero discrimination, iron bias 0. Right. Listen to it, right. Clad dime, right there on the surface, right. Get away from it? No, just pulsing, right. Park 2. Oh, it's hitting a little bit. It's hitting it one way. Or it might be falsing. It wasn't falsing on the iron. So I'm hitting it one way, right? Field 2, field 1. Right. Field 2. Get away from it? No. Right. A lot of machines do not like being close to iron. Even if you discriminate that iron out, they don't like being close to the iron. The closer your coil is to the iron, it just messes a lot of detectors up, right? Simplex SP24 277 version. Field mode right here. I'll get away from it here. I'll put this right here. Right there. Park 1. I'm right on top of it, right. Park 2. I'll even get away from that here. My gain is all the way up in all these programs right there. The Deus 1 and Deus 2 don't mind being really close to iron like that, because you can hear the iron. It overloads on the iron still, but it's able to smack this right out, right? In a lot of the stock programs. But it also falses on the iron too. If you have it in 2, 3, 4, 5 tone, right? It's gonna false on that iron. Right? I'll take that dime out of there just to show you. Start out in general program. There's gonna be a lot of EMI here, right? I can scan it here real quick. Put this dime right in there. This. Right. There's a weakness in here, right? And that is the tones, the 3 tones. It's going to overload on that pitch tones right here. And I'll go to silencer, drop that down to 0, right? Right. Right. I can make all different kinds of adjustments to try to dial it in with that program there. Here's sensitive program. I'll have to make a couple adjustments here, right? Silencer down to 0. Tones, I'm not going to do 3 tones, right? Take this out of there. It's not hitting it very good. Insensitive program, right? Being that close to the iron, I'm just when I get close to the iron, it's going to overload on it, right? So it's not going to hit it very well. But once I get away from the iron, it's hitting it a lot better, right? I'm not looking at the numbers, right? I'm only going by tones. When you're in this much iron, you cannot look at your numbers, right? I'm not looking for dime signals in iron like this, right? I'm just looking for anything that's not iron, right? I can discriminate that iron out here, go up to 20 or so. 35 is way too much. 22, right? Watch. Fast program or sensitive full tones, not gonna hit it, right? Not gonna hit it. All right, full tones will not be able to get through that iron right there. Here's the fast program here. This is the square tones, right? Now watch. Now I'll go iron volume, reactivity 3. Silencer to 0 here. And I'll discriminate up to 20. Park program right here, and I cannot have it in 3-tone, right? Drop the silencer down to 0, bottle caps at 0. Discriminate a little bit here, discriminate the iron out, because it biases the iron, you know. 6.8 is way too low. And I'll change my tones here, right? Cannot have 3-tone, cannot do 3-tone, right? The EMI is just horrible. Scan here, frequency. Right. 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 Dime right here. I'll even get it further away here, right? $93, $94. I'm reading a lot of 05s because there is a lot of iron in there, right? Go to 3, reactivity here. Look at the numbers. Right. Deep high conductor. Cannot do 2-tone, right? You're just gonna get falsing, right? So I'll discriminate here a little bit. I don't think it's gonna hit it. 17 discrimination. Iron volume 3, reactivity 2. I'll go to 2.5 here. There's a lot of iron. I'll drop my auto response down to 3 Hopefully I can get rid of some of that EMI here. And I'll have to do away with those tones, right? Can't do two-tone, right? Too much EMI. Pitch tones, still a lot of EMI, but try it. $96, $95. It's a long way away from it, right? I'll get right up on it. See, I'm too close to it, right? It's still hitting it though. And I can go to let's see what we got else that we can do here. Silencer down to 0. Watch this. Put it away from it here. 92. Show you the numbers here. 93. Now I'll take this out of there. Take it out a little bit further away there. A lot of EMI. It's a very, very high EMI spot. Deus Mono. Let's see what this program can do. Not going to do 3-tone, right? Cannot do 3-tone on the Deus 2 or the Deus 1. Cannot do it. Pitch tones. Silencer 0. Discriminate up a little bit higher here. 21, discrimination. Right. Nothing but iron. Right. Now I'll change frequencies. To 32 kilohertz right here, and I'll actually raise my reactivity up to 3. Silencer 0. '30s, 40s. Right. Look at how far I am away from that, right? I can go on and on and on and on and on and on with these testings, right? The Deus 2 outperforms my other detectors big time, even the Deus 1. Right, the Deus 1 does really good on those gold targets there. I've been doing some tests with gold in there, and the Deus 2 struggles a little bit hitting both targets in the same program. But I'm still learning this machine a lot. I learn a lot when I'm testing. The Deus 1 doesn't hit that dime very good on this test right here. Hits a gold ring really good. So does the Deus 2 struggles a little bit on that really small gold ring, but the Deus 1 does really good on that gold ring. You know, the Deus 1 I think is really good at that small jewelry. The Deus 2 I'm still learning that jewelry tone. You know, I haven't gotten a lot of jewelry, small jewelry with the Deus 2, but I will start getting some smaller jewelry with the Deus 2. Just give me some time here. But I test machines, so I know what to listen for, and I know how to dial the machine in to iron or to hot soil or high EMI. You know, you never know what you're missing until you start hitting on some better targets. You know, and learning the machine how to dial it in, whatnot. And I've struggled a little bit in the high EMI spots with the Deus 2. learning which program is going to be less susceptible to certain types of EMI, and which programs will be able to hit the lower conductors and the higher conductors, you know, because the programs are frequency specific, and you can't really change your frequencies in the programs except for mono frequency. So the mono frequency is similar to the Deus 1 operation, but it goes a lot deeper than the Deus 1. If my videos aren't proof of that, my live dig videos aren't proof of that, this Deus 1, the Deus 2 is a lot deeper than the Deus 1. Just need to learn quite a bit more about it, learning those tones. I've been using the pitch tones with the Deus 2, and that's really where it thrives at. It thrives in those pitch tones. It does something to the iron, and it brings those targets, those non-ferrous targets, up to the surface, and they just stand right out. Compared to the Deus 1, it really the non-ferrous targets stand out a lot better in pitch tones. But I don't use the Deus 1 or 2 and 3 tone or 4 tone or 5 tone or 2 tone. That's really not where it sets itself apart. The pitch tones is really where it's at. The full tones, yeah, you can get a lot of clad. You can hit a lot of shallow targets with the full tones operation, but the pitch tones is really where it sets itself apart from other machines. You know, there's a fine tuning there of the silencer and the reactivity speed and the discrimination. So I've been discriminating up a little bit higher with the Deus 2, and I've been getting silver coins in the iron. You know, you've seen it in my videos. I've been getting silver coins in the iron, which the Deus 1 doesn't do very well at, you know, because it's a multi-frequency machine. It's running multiple frequencies, so I'm able to hit on the lower conductors and the higher conductors, but it's a lot of fine tuning, right? A lot of fine tuning with the Deus 2. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.